Hello everyone, welcome my video. First of all, I introduce myself. My name is Abdul Rojak and I'm living in Bogor, specifically in Gunung Sindur. My majoring is Communication Science and my class 02 Ilkom 009. And this video I will promote in my university, Universitas Pamulang. Student life here is really fun. We can join organization of activities. It's good to improve our skill. So Pamulang University or Unpam is a university in Indonesia located in South Tangerang. This campus is popular for its affordable tuition fee. This is canteen at Universitas Pamulang. Is one of the university facility and is commonly known as a favorite hangout spot for students during break or after classes. It also meets various student needs, offering main meals, snack, as well as academic service such as photocopying and other necessities. Studying at Unpam is a good choice. We can learn many things here and prepare for a better future. Let's go, guys. The parking facilities at Universitas Pamulang are designed to support the mobility and convenience of the entire academic community. The university provides a parking building consisting of 7 floors along with a basement area, allowing it accommodate a large number of vehicles, including motorcycles and cars. As a closing, Universitas Pamulang show its commitment not only to academic excellence, but also to helping students grow in character, skills, and readiness for real-world challenge. With good facilities, a supportive learning environment, and activities that encourage creativity and teamwork. The university helps shape students to become more adaptable, critical, and competitive.
Ayo, ayo. Bingkem dong.
Hello guys, thank you for watching my video segment. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch until the end. This video is part of my midterm segment at Pamulang University. In making this video, I learned a lot, especially about how to speak more confidently in English and how to share my idea clearly. Even tough, it was easy. It was a good experience for me. I hope you can understand what I explained, and I hope this video is helpful. If there are still mistakes, I'm sorry because I'm still learning and trying to improve. Once again, thank you so much for your time and attention. See you next time and have a great day. Shark eating tomato, but
Students gonna to you. This is my campus.
the parking facility at Universitas Pamulang are designed to support the mobility and prepare for a better study at Unpam.
Guys, this is my English project.
Dah.
It is hard, bro. Very, very hard. Aduh.
Okay guys, that's all my compilation. I hope you enjoy my video. I hope all of you love it, and thank you Mr. Rahman Faisal SSMM. See you in another vlog. No. See you in another segment.
I hope
Kelihatan baca ya.
Cek. Man, you won't believe how chaotic the main road was. I think there was a minor accident near the intersection, or maybe just the usual rush or madness. It took me almost 20 minutes just to pass the one spot.
I knew it. I saw the Google Maps route was solid red when I was on my way here. Did you take a ride sharing bike or drove yourself?
I took an online bike ride. The driver was actually trying his best, featuring through the cars like a pro, but the traffic was just completely deadlocked at on point. We were stuck next to a massive public bus emitting black smoke. I felt like I was inhaling pure carbon. Man.
Yes. Welcome to the weekend afternoon experience, bro. But hey, look at the bright side. You made it. The sky is clear and the breeze here is actually amazing. It's not hot at all today.
True. The weather is a solid 10 out of 10 today. Usually by 4 p.m. it's the either pouring rain or melting hot. So, how long have you been waiting here?
About 15 to 20 minutes, I think. I already ordered an ice americano because my eyes were literally closing on the way here.
This black coffee, no sugar. You really are a psychopath, Alex. How can you drink that bitter water?
Hey, it's called acquired taste. Once you get used to sugar, just strain the actual flavor of the coffee beans. You should try it sometimes. Stop ordering those sugary milkshakes.
Never. Life is already bitter enough. Why would I want my coffee to be bitter too? Need my sugar rush? Let me see the menu first.
Just get the iced latte or the hazelnut twist. They are pretty good here. Oh, and get some snacks too. I'm starving.
The Lotus Biscoff Latte looks interesting, and maybe we can share large portion or French fries with cheese sauce.
Okay, go order at the counter. I'll guard the table. Don't forget the fries.
Okay. Alright. Ordered the waiter said it all take about the 10 minutes. By the way, on my way to the counter, I saw a group of kids wearing high school sportswear. It suddenly reminded me of our South or old school day. Do you ever miss it?
Man, honestly, sometimes I do. Mostly I just miss the lack of responsibilities. Back then, our biggest problem was just foiling at math tests or running out of internet data, right?
Exactly. And do you remember that one crazy story teacher? The one who would literally stare at the wall for the minutes up if someone forgot that to do their homework.
Oh, Mr. Hendra. Yes, we used to think he was communicating with aliens or something. But honestly, looking back, he was actually a really good teacher. He just had unique methods.
True. But what I miss the most is the street food right outside the school gate. That that fried tofu and the spicy chips. I have found anything that tastes quite like that anymore.
That's because they use magic powder, Ben. It's unhealthy. That's why it tastes amazing. But yeah, everything changed so fast after graduation. Remember how lost we felt during the first few months?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when we had to start looking for jobs or chasing majors. It was stressful. By the way, your first actual job was at that warehouse company, right? How long did you survive there?
Man, this was quite right. I worked as a transport and warehouse staff for about a year, from 2023 to 2024. It was physically exhausting, tracking shipment, dealing with delayed trucks, organizing heavy box in the head.
Wait, a whole year? I thought you only last 6 months. How did you cope with the night shift?
Lots of energy drinks and pure survival instinct. But honestly, it taught me a lot about logistics and how the real world operates. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. After that, I moved to self at the Toyota dealership, remember?
Right, the sales pace that was around like 20, 24 to early 22, 25. If I am not mistaken, you look so different wearing those formal shirts every day.
Oh god, don't remind me of the former clothes. I worked there from December 2024 to March 2025. Being a car salesman in a completely different beast, you have to be nice to everyone. Even when you are having a tribal day, you have to chase target, do follow up calls.
Did you actually manage to sell any cars?
A few, but the pressure was insane. If you don't hit the quota, the supervisor looks at you like just committed a crime. That's why I decided to pivot and focus more on my studies now. What about you? What was your worst working organization experience?
Well, I have had a corporate sales job like you, but managing communities is just as chaotic. You know how it is with our project, Bradap Limited. Since you founder and I'm helping out secretary, we literally see all the behind the scene drama.
Oh, absolutely. People think creating a community is just about making a cool logo, posting on Instagram, and hanging out. They don't see the endless WhatsApp group arguments, but budget deficit and people disappearing when we actually need to do work.
Dude, the ghosting culture in organization is real. Last week I sent out three important drafts for our next event proposal. And do you know how many people replied? One. This one person sent a thumb up emoji. It's so frustrating as a secretary.
I don't know, man. As the founder, I feel responsible for keeping everyone motivated. But sometimes I run out of energy too. It's like managing a kindergarten group sometimes. Everyone wants their voice heard, but nobody wants to do the heavy lifting.
And it's not just Brother Limited. What about the boxing community? Brother Boxing, you're the steering committee there, right? How the situation over there?
Oh, brother boxing is a completely different vibe. Since it's sport oriented, the egos are much higher. As a steering committee member, my job is mostly conflict resolution. Two guys get a bit too aggressive during sparring, and suddenly it becomes a personal grudge outside the ring.
Seriously, people actually get mad over sparring. Is the whole point of the boxing to learn discipline and control?
In theory, yes, but when adrenaline kicks in, people forget about discipline. My job is to remind them what we are a community and not an underground fight club. We had a huge meeting last month just to clear the air between two members. It took us 3 hours just to get them to shake hands.
Man, you really are a professional babysitter for adults. But I guess it the build character, right? It looked good on your resume too, showing leadership and conflict management.
Yeah, that's the only thing keeping me insane. It's a learning experience.
Speaking of learning experience, how you first semester in college going? You're taking communication science, right? It is fun, people say, or it is just idle reading.
It's actually a mix of both. A lot of people think communication science is just about learning how to speak in public or becoming an influencer. But man, the theories are surprising deep.
Theories? Like what? Give me an example so I can sound smart in front of my parents.
Okay, so recently we've been reviewing studies from session 1 to session 7. We learned about basic communication models. Have you ever heard of the Shannon and Viewer model?
Sound like a luxury clothing brand? What is it?
No, it's actually one of the earliest model. They describe communication like a telephone line. Enclosures, transmitter, channel, noise, and receiver. The interesting part is the noise in everyday life. Noise is not just loud sound. It can be cultural misunderstanding, psychological bias, and even bad internet connection.
Oh, so when I text someone and they misunderstand my tone, that's considered noise?
Exactly. That's psychological or semantic noise. And then there's another model by Westall and McLean. They include something called gatekeeping. Things of news editor or even social media algorithms. They filter what information gets to you. So what we see online isn't the whole reality. It's just what the gatekeeper allowed us to see.
Wow, that actually explain why my TikTok feed is completely different from yours. The algorithm is the gatekeeper.
Precisely. My favorite one so far is social exchange theory. It basically says that human relationships are based on a cost benefit analysis. We stay in a relationship, whether it's friendship or romance, if the rewards are higher than the costs.
Wait, so saying our friends right now it just business transaction? I'm just benefit to you, Alex.
Come on, don't take it literally. It's just a sociological perspective, but if you think about it, we hang out because we feel comfortable and we share common interests. The reward is a good time, and the cost is just a price of this coffee. So yes, the transaction is successful.
Fair enough. I'll accept that explanation because the fries are good. Man, time really flies when we talk about deep stuff. Look, the sky is completely dark now. The streetlights are already on.
Yeah, wow. We've been sitting here for almost an hour. My coffee is completely empty.
Same here, but it was worth it. I really needed this break. Tomorrow I have to go back to reality. Sigmund, family dinners, and chores. What's your plan for tomorrow?
I need to reread that PDF complication for my communication class. In midterms are approaching and I don't want to mess up my GPA in the first semester. After that, probably a quick meeting with the Brother Boxing guys to plan next month's schedule.
Busy as always. Don't forget to sleep, bro. Health comes first.
I will. Hey, let's split the bill for the fries and drink. How much was your total?
Let me check the receipt online, okay? Just transfer me 20,000 later. It's fine.
Alright, sounds good. Let's head out before the traffic gets even worse with the dinner crowd.
Let's grab our bags. See you next week, Lex.
See ya, Ben. Drive safe.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Abdul Razak dan teman saya dari luar sini. Di sini saya akan membuat tugas video bahasa Inggris yang mentranslatekan terjemahan dari Indonesia ke Inggris, begitu juga dari Inggris ke Indonesia.
Halo Mr. Sam, selamat datang di kampus kami. Gimana perjalanan di sini? Asik banget.
Hello Mr. Sam, welcome to our campus. Oh, what's your journey to get here? Was the traffic bad?
Oh, hello. Thank you. Yes, the traffic was crazy. I saw so many motorcycles everywhere. It's wild, but very exciting.
Oh, halo, terima kasih. Iya, macetnya parah banget. Dia lihat banyak banget motor di mana-mana. Katanya lihat, tapi seru.
Biasa ya, mana kami juga Jakarta. Kalau nggak macet malah aneh. Oh iya, cuaca hari ini panas banget ya. Di negara Mr. Sam sekarang lagi musim apa?
Hahaha, that's normal here. This is Jakarta. If it's not crowded, it's trying by the way. By the way, the weather today is very hot. What season is it in your country right now?
Right now, it's summer in my country, but honestly, the hot weather here is different. It's very humid. I sweat every 5 minutes.
Di negaranya sekarang lagi musim panas juga, tapi katanya pas di sini beda. Di sini lembab banget, makanya ada keringetan terus setiap 5 menit.
Gila. Resepnya cuma satu, sering-sering minum es teh manis bungkusan plastik kantin. Awal paling mampu tuh buat panas di kampus.
There's only one recipe for this weather. You need to drink sweet iced tea in the plastic bag from our canteen. It is best medicine for the campus heat.
Really? I still in plastic bag? That sounds unique. We usually drink it from a glass or a bottle. I want to try it better.
Serius? Es teh di dalam plastik? Katanya itu unik banget. Di negaranya biasanya minum pakai gelas atau botol yang dia pengen coba nanti.
Sip, nanti kita akan bareng setelah ini. Terus gimana kuliahnya Mr. Sam sejauh ini di jurusan konservasi susah nggak?
Cool. We'll go to the canteen together later. Anyway, how is your class so far in the communication major? It is difficult.
The tests are very interesting, but sometimes I have problem with my assignment. They are too many group projects.
Kelasnya menarik banget, tapi kadang dia ada masalah sama tugas kuliah. Katanya tugas kelompoknya kebanyakan.
Wah, Mas Dok. Sama banget, di sini tugas kelompok udah kayak makan sehari-hari. Kadang ada satu orang kerja, sisanya cuma numpang nama. Di sana gitu juga loh.
Wow, it is exactly the same here. Group project are like our daily food. Sometimes only one person does the work and the other just put their names on the slide. Is it like that in your country too?
Yes, that happens everywhere in the world. We call them free riders. It is very annoying when you work hard and they just sleep.
Hahaha, katanya itu terjadi di seluruh dunia. Istilahnya free riders atau penumpang gratisan. Kesel banget kalau kita udah kerja keras tapi mereka mau tidur.
Bener banget, free rider di sini istilah numpang nama doang, tapi ya itu lah yang penting mau kita aman. Oh iya, Mr. Sam udah dapat yang dekat belum di kelas?
Hahaha, true. Just spotting names, but it's okay. The important thing is our grade set. By the way, do you have close friends in the class yet?
Everyone is very kind to me. They will always try to help me, even though some students shy to speak English, but I think they are just afraid to making mistakes.
Katanya, semua orang baik banget sama dia. Mereka selalu berusaha bantu, meskipun beberapa mahasiswa masih malu-malu ngomong bahasa Inggris. Menurut dia, mereka cuma takut salah aja.
Bilang dia jangan khawatir, orang Indonesia itu ramah-ramah. Udah ngomong pakai bahasa isyarat juga bisa. Terus dia udah coba makan apa aja soalnya.
Don't worry, Indonesian people are very friendly. Even if you use sign language, they will understand. Anyway, what local food have you tried around the campus?
I tried nasi goreng and ayam geprek. The ayam geprek was incredibly spicy. My stomach was burning, but it was so delicious. I love it.
Katanya, dia udah coba nasi goreng sama ayam geprek. Katanya ayam gepreknya pedes gila, lidahnya kayak terbakar. Tapi enak banget, dia suka.
Wah, sehari mantap juga ya. Doyan geprek, nanti level pedesnya harus dinaikin tuh biar makin lokal. Yaudah, yuk sekarang kita langsung makan aja. Sekalian beli es teh plastik kan.
Wow, you have a great taste. Next time, we must increase the spicy level so you become more local. Okay, let's go to the canteen right now and get the iced tea in plastic bag.
Awesome. Let's go. I'm very thirsty now. Thank you, Andy, and thank you for translating.
Mantap. Ayo jalan, dia udah haus banget sekarang. Dia bilang terima kasih Andi dan terima kasih juga ke gua karena udah dimain.
Sam, sekarang kamu tinggal di mana? Sewa apartemen atau nyoba tinggal di kos-kosan di kampus kayak kita?
Mr. Sam, where do you live now? Do you rent an apartment or do you try to stay in kos-kosan near the campus like us?
Oh, I live in kos-kosan. My Indonesian friend. Oh, I live in kos-kosan. My Indonesian friend helped me find one. It's a small room, but it has air conditioner and a bedroom inside. It's very cozy.
Dia bilang dia tinggal di kos-kosan. Teman Indonesia yang bantu nyari, katanya kamarnya kecil tapi ada AC sama kamar mandi di dalam. Nyaman banget menurut dia.
Wah asik dong. Udah saja di anak kos. Tapi di kosan kamu, bapak atau ibu kosnya dalam? Ada jam malam nggak? Soalnya kosan gue jam 10 malam dan bangun dari kunci.
Haha, nice. You are an official anak kos now. But is your landlord strict? Is there a curfew? Because at my place they lock at the gate 10 p.m.
Oh, my landlord is a very nice lady. She always smiles and sometimes give me free food. And there is no curfew. I have my own for the front gate.
Wah, ibu kosnya katanya baik banget, katanya suka senyum, terus kadang suka dikasih makanan gratis juga. Di sana juga nggak ada jam malam, dia dapat kunci gerbang sendiri.
Wah curang. Enak banget dapat kamar gratis. Bilang dia, kalau ada kamar kosong, kabarin gue ya. Gue mau pindah ke sana minggu depan.
Wow, that cheating free food is the best. And he said, if there is an empty room, let him know. You want to move to your place next week.
Sure, I think the room next to mine is empty. You can be my neighbor, Andy. We can play video games together.
Boleh katanya. Kayaknya kamar di sebelah dia lagi kosong. Kau bisa jadi tetangganya nanti. Terus bisa main gimbal.
Mantap. Beneran ya, nanti gue cek. Terus kalau ke kampus, biasanya naik apa? Udah pernah nyoba naik ojek, motor online loh, yang pakai kayak video itu.
Great, I will check it better. Anyway, how do you usually go to campus? Have you ever tried the online motorcycle taxi, the one with the wind jacket?
Oh, you mean Gojek or Grab? Yes, I use it every day. At first, I was scared because motorcycle here move very fast between cars, but now I love it. It's the best way to travel.
Oh, maksudnya Gojek atau Grab? Iya, dia pakai itu setiap hari. Awalnya dia takut
Iya benar, kalau nggak naik Gojek bisa telat masuk kelas kita. Tapi pernah nggak dapat driver ojek yang suka ngajak ngobrol sepanjang jalan? Padahal kita lagi ngantuk banget.
True, if we don't take the motorcycle taxi, we will be late for class. But if you ever meet a driver who talk too much during the ride, even when you're very sleepy?
Yes, some drivers like to ask me many questions in Indonesia. I don't understand everything. So I just kneel, I just smile and say, ya pak, all the time.
Haha, pernah ada beberapa driver suka nanya banyak hal pakai bahasa Indonesia karena dia nggak paham semuanya. Dia cuma senyum terus bilang ya pak sepanjang jalan.
Jurus paling ampuh tuh emang cuma bilang ya pak. Yang penting drivernya senang. Kita juga selamat sampai kampus.
He said that is the best thing. The important thing is the driver is happy and you arrive safely at campus.
Oh iya, ngomong-ngomong, muka Mr. Sam hari ini kelihatannya agak capek ya. Semalam nggak ada ya? Ngerjain tugas atau mungkin?
By the way, your face look a bit tired today. Did you stay up late night working on assignment or playing games?
Ah,
You can see playing games.
you can see that. Yes, I sleep at 3 a.m. I was watching the football match of my favorite team, and then I forgot I had an early class today. I'm so sleepy now.
Kelihatan ya kata dia. Iya, dia baru tidur jam 3 pagi. Semalam nonton pertandingan bola tim favoritnya. Terus dia lupa bahwa ini ada kelas pagi, makanya ngantuk banget sekarang.
Pantesan aja kacamata yang tebal. Di sini juga banyak mahasiswa yang kalau KM. Biasanya sih kalau kita lagi ngantuk belinya es kopi, susu boba, atau kopi saset di warkop. Mr. Sam, buat minum kopi nggak?
No wonder you look tired. Many students here also love staying up late. Usually, if we are sleepy, we buy iced coffee with boba or instant coffee from Warkop. Do you like coffee?
I love coffee. I can survive without coffee in the morning. What is warkop? It's like a traditional coffee shop.
Dia suka banget kopi katanya. Gak bisa hidup pada kalau pagi minum kopi. Terus dia nanya, kopi itu apa? Apakah semacam tempat kopi tradisional?
Bener banget. Warkop tuh tempat nongkrong paling murah buat mahasiswa. Ada kopi, ada mie instan, pakai telur, sama gorengan, murah meriah. Yuk, mumpung kamu lagi ngantuk, kita ke warkop teman kamu sekarang. Gue yang bayar deh.
Exactly, Warkop is the cheapest hangout place for students. They have coffee, instant noodle with egg, and fried snack. It's very cheap. Since you're sleepy, let's go to Warkop in front of the campus now. And you will pay for it.
Wow, free coffee and noodles? Andy, you are the best friend ever. Let's go right now. My brain needs caffeine.
Wah, mau bisa minum gratis katanya.